Hello, ladies. Welcome to the Week 3 recap. As you can see, I'm back wearing my jacket again and hoisting my cane because, well, thankfully, I won again. By the skin of my teeth, I won. That game was crazy. As a matter of fact, the entire weekend was just nuts. The number of teams and the number of people that were just going crazy with points. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and research this and see if this was the highest scoring week in our history, but it was pretty high. I mean, our lowest point scorer was once again Casey for 3 weeks in a row. Nice job, Casey. I like the consistency. I'm not gonna lie. Coming in, riding high last year, getting that really lucky draft, and then just boom, bombing this year, bombing hard. I remember looking at you at the draft, just going, "This seems really confusing." All the discussions that we had leading up to the draft meant nothing to you. Not to say that you were ignoring my opinion. I'm just going basically off of what you told me. Hey, I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm not going to spend more than $10 on my quarterback. I've got $20 budgeted for Tony Romo. And then all of a sudden, Peyton Manning was available. And I think that's where you lost it. Peyton Manning be available at $21. You just blew your mind, and that was it. That's why you've got to stick to your draft strategy. You have to decide, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with it. And I'm going to live with whatever the consequences are. Yours was, I'm changing halfway through. Now I don't know what to do. I end up with an Arian Foster on my team. He's your redeeming factor. I don't know. Same kind of goes with Tyler. I was looking over him, and he was a little bit confused by his draft. Now he's going to whine and complain. How come I had to play against high-scoring people? Blah, blah, blah. You know what? You also got lucky that I had the worst week that I'm going to have this year against you. So quit your whining, Tyler. Anyway, so I'm sitting there watching the game, right? And this is the Monday night game. Obviously, I was enjoying the other ones, but the reason that Monday matters, most of the games were taken care of, except for, of course, you got the Casey game and the Lucas game. You got the Ricky and the Malco game, and then you got my game with Jeffrey. And it's very different. So, going into that, Casey thought they had a really good chance because Davante Adams and, maybe or maybe not, Jamal Charles is going to have a good game. Who knows? Then Davante Adams goes down. But then Jamal Charles isn't having a good game. So Casey's just sitting there going, I have a chance. I could still win this thing. And all of a sudden, end of the game comes. Boom, couple of touchdowns. It's over. Third, fourth quarter. And he has to give up on it. The other one was really interesting in that Malcolm just needed the ball to go to Rodgers a couple times. That's just all he needed. He just needed to go to Rodgers a couple times, but he completely was ignored for all but 2 or 3. He had 2 catches, maybe 3 targets, I forget. But that was pretty ridiculous. And then freaking KC comes alive, and all of a sudden we've got to start to worry about Green Bay's defense. If it went for, 5 sacks, I believe they have, and an interception. Ricky ends up losing that game, but hey, you know what? He comes up coming through. But the back and forth and thinking and, oh, it's close. Now it's not. Oh, the 2-point conversion, it actually didn't benefit him at all. So it was really interesting how that worked, that Travis Kelce 2-point conversion put the Green Bay's defense over the line and then got them from 2 points to 0. And so that actually was a complete wash for Ricky having those 2 players, which is kind of interesting. And there was mine. I sit there and I watch the first half. I'm totally fine. Macklin gets nothing. All right? Nothing. Third quarter's coming along. Macklin's still getting nothing. Then the fourth quarter happens, and oh my friggin' gosh. I'm sweating it, all right? I'm just watching that last drive where they're going down trying to score, and I'm just thinking, if they throw this to Macklin, throw it to Macklin. If they throw it to Macklin. Then they get down there. I'm only up 1.6 points or whatever stupid thing I was up, and all they have to do is throw it to him for the touchdown. And they don't throw it to him for the touchdown. Woo! But then I realize there's a freaking 2-point conversion coming, and I'm standing up. I'm running around my little chair, freaking out a little bit. They don't throw him the 2-point conversion. Okay. Just don't get the onside kick, right? That's all we need. We just don't need you to get the onside kick. Well, they don't get the onside kick. But, excuse me. But, then they get the ball back with 19 seconds, and they throw to Macklin. All they needed was 16 yards. It could have been the worst garbage time score. I just would have hated it. But fortunately for me, I ended up coming through. So it was really crazy Monday night. Even though the game was out of hand early, late we had all those garbage points coming in, and it was kind of crazy. and it led to some really high scores. Randall Cobb jumping in there, obviously Aaron Rodgers, and then Jamal Charles and the like. So crazy, crazy week. So let's kind of get to the scores and look what happened, shall we? All right. Jeffrey versus. By the way, just let me be very clear about something. I went 4-2 this week picking games. ESPN 3-3. We're now back both to being 10-8 and predicting the games this week. This season. After I did a full recovery this week of getting up to 4-2 and they were at 3-3. So, that being said, maybe now with my depression over and the sadness that was last week, I can get this game back together and figure it out. So, now let's get to the recap. All right. Jeffrey versus Pookie. So, I know you guys don't really want to give me credit, but look at this. I picked Tyrod Taylor, and I swapped in the Eagles' defense for the Dolphins. Dolphins got -6 points. They were supposed to be a really good defense early on. And I just had a feeling, and look at this, 21 points for my Eagles' defense. 21. That was a great play. Picking up Tyrod Taylor versus any other quarterback on the waiver, I think, except for maybe Andy Dalton, he was available, I'm not sure. But either way, Tyrod Taylor was a great play. Jeremy Hill, terrible. Duke Johnson, obviously, was my bad play. I should have put in Ryan Matthews. I was thinking about it, went back and forth. I was like, I believe in Duke, but I was wrong. Jeffrey, just getting huge games with that Jeremy Maclin. But it was crazy. I was sitting there with Tyler, and there was the Steve Smith, A.J. Green back and forth, right? A.J. Green gets a 19-point play. Because we allow for 3 points over 200 yards, 2 points if they have over 50-yard play, and the points for the touchdown, his long touchdown pass was worth 19 points for Jeffrey. If you look at that, that is the entirety of how he came back. 19 points in one play. It was ridiculous. And then Steve Smith's got a touchdown, so that was awesome. It was back and forth. I was celebrating. It was wicked sweet. And then I didn't actually see the Allen Hurns on Red Zone, but Tyler told me that Allen Hurns had scored, and I was excited because that was a great play by me. Kudos to myself. Anyway, this was obviously the kind of the closest game towards the end, and it was kind of crazy that Beckley came back, but whew, thankfully for me, I pulled through and 2-1 in fourth place in my rightful place inside the playoffs. Jeffrey 1-2, tied for 6, a couple games behind. I'm gonna pick it up. All right, so Clinton versus Tyler. I don't know what's going on with Clinton's team. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, Rob Gronkowski doesn't match. Seahawks defense, okay, we knew that was going to have. Hauschka getting 16 points, 18 points there, 27 here, 24. It's just kind of ridiculous, And then he's got this 15 points just hanging out on his bench. Whereas Tyler, well, Carlos Williams got you 20. That would have been useful, but obviously you weren't going to win the game at any point this way. Roethlisberger going down was huge for Tyler in this game. Another 20 points, and then the Carlos Williams thing, or anything from C.J. Anderson. I'm pretty sure he's on the trading block, so if you're willing to give Tyler anything this side of a kicker, he'll probably trade away C.J. Anderson. But Latavius Murray stepping up to the plate, not bad. And Brandon Marshall actually being legit in that offense. And Jimmy Graham showing up for the first time for Tyler. So 103 points, not bad. But again, this was an extremely high-scoring week. So if you look at it relative to what it should be compared to the rest of the week, that wasn't all that great. So 103 points, not all that wonderful. But coming up, I know that Tyler's super excited about Carlos Williams getting the starting job now that McCoy's a little bit dinged up and injured. So, but yeah, somebody's going to have to knock Clinton off. I think it's me this next week. But yeah, pretty good plays all around, but what can you do? It was pretty sad to just see Tyler just depressed and complaining about, oh, poor me, I have people high scoring against me. You know what? That's what happens. But this week I'm going to get even on Clinton and beat him. It's going to be nice. Oh, Casey. Casey. Look at this. 3 touchdowns. Brutal. You only would have had the one. Even if only would have had the one, you'd have won. But Davante Adams going out. The big goose egg. So, once again, lowest scoring player of the week. Congratulations. Doing some solid work. This is going to be big for you going forward. But that's just kind of sad. And now, with the Martavis Bryant thing is actually not all that great now that Roethlisberger's out. It's just one of those years, man. Nothing's going to happen for you. Sorry. Bad. Lucas, look at that solid pick that you had in Tyler Lockett just staying on your bench. So solid. Look at that. He had 6 points. Why? Because he had a touchdown and a punt return or kick return touchdown, whichever it was. He's never going to play for you. Just saying. What's super funny here is that Mike Wallace actually would have been the better player over Fred Jackson, but so were Tyler Lockett and Ravens defense. So that's funny that Mike Wallace. That's just kind of how bad your team was there. Look, Tyler, look, 103.7. You could have at least tied Lucas. I don't know if you'd lost by bench points, but you could have tied. So there you go. So you could beat some people. And today, Casey's 0-3. And Lucas is 2-1. That hurts my soul. All right, next one. Ricky, talking about squeaking one out. Getting 9 points from the Packers, despite the fact that they had negative points because of how many points they allowed. Gostkowski 17-1. This is where it was won. And Ricky was pointing out to me at the office that, hey, guess what? You know how you say kickers are kickers? Blah, blah, blah. Mine had 17. You know what? They're kickers. They're still just random friggin' kickers. It's not our fault that Malco decided to go with the worst kicker because his offense is terrible for his real team. That's his own fault. All right? Anyway, Tannehill showed up, got that late touchdown. That's actually what won the game, if you think about it. That just fluke late touchdown that Ryan Tannehill threw. That was crazy. Le'Veon Bell showed up, but man, is he going to be as good with Michael Vick? Is he going to be better? That's going to be interesting. I think Antonio Brown is the one to really discuss there. I think Justin Forsett is available. I think that a Forsett C.J. Anderson trade is in the future, just so you can get rid of your crappy player to get another crappy player. Oh, my goodness. Dion Lewis, though. Julian Edelman, look at that. 20 points from those freaking Patriots. Oh, I hate the Patriots so bad. John Brown not quite doing what Ricky wants him to do, but yeah, that freaking kicker. That kicker, Le'Veon Bell, and the late touchdown pass got Ricky this win. Whereas Malco, man, Carlos Hyde letting you down. T.J. Yeldon let you down. Dorial Green-Beckham, though, that's not a bad job on the bench. Andre Williams, how about that? You could have taken, what, could you have won? Yeah, you could have won playing Andre Williams. Should have played Andre Williams over T.J. Yeldon. Should have done it. Oh, Andrew Luck. How disappointing you are. Don't worry, Casey will always love you for his championship that he got you last year. And of course, we have the Chris Johnson on the bench. What's going to be exciting is Chris Johnson's going to be playing this week in place of Dion Lewis. And I don't know what he's going to do for maybe Chris. We're going to do wide receiver. Marcus Cole. Oh, no. Eric Decker. There you go. Maybe. Decker. Bolden. I'm excited to see you put in for Julian Edelman this week, Ricky. But anyway, at the end of the day, it was that long touchdown for Ryan Tannehill that got him that win. That's crazy. All right. Let's see. My switch. Oh, this is Newell's team. Newell. You had a good game. Look at that. 124 points. I think you're the highest scoring loser. Good for you. Adrian Peterson. Legit. Frank Gore having a good game. Todd Gurley. Terrible. Dante Moncrief getting that touchdown. Michael Crabtree. That's interesting. Look at that. Charles Smith. Hey, look. I don't see any asterisks on your bench. Questionable, questionable, questionable. There you go. There you go, Newell. You're getting rid of your asterisks. There you go. Nice job. So he gets so upset at me all the time. Talks about maybe I shouldn't be so negative. Maybe I should be more positive. Don't say this. Don't say that. Remember how you said this about my team. Blah, blah, blah. You know what, Newell? I'm right more often than I'm not. Okay? I make good choices. I know about the game. I study the information that I have available to me. I may not be at it. No, I am. I'm 10 for 8. I'm 10 for 8. Yeah, there you go. See, I've got a decent winning percentage. Is that? Yeah. So sue me. I'm going to make the predictions that I'm going to make. I'm going to say the things I'm going to say. I don't care. Let's see. Oh, here's another one. The Peacocks got 150 points with no points from their kicker. 0. That's pretty impressive. Mariota, legit. Devontae, go F yourself, Devontae Freeman. I mean, go F yourself, Devontae Freeman. I need my freaking beep button so that I can just curse as much as I want. But that freaking Atlanta Falcons team, F them and their running game. Randall Cobb, 28 points. He actually ended up winning me $130 on DraftKings. Thanks, Randall Cobb. Appreciate it. Larry Fitzgerald having just a solid resurgence. It's going to be sad once he gets broken down, but look at those bench for Tim. 26 points. Oh, my goodness. Look at this guy, Rashard Matthews. Where did you come from? Where did you come from, Pierre Garçon? My goodness. Anyway, looks like Tim might have a legit team. Good for him. Good for him. All right. And last and probably least, because, you know, Aaron versus Dwayne. Aaron, the proverbial not good, and Dwayne, the proverbial I'm only good when Aaron Rodgers has a good game. So whoever it was, yes, I believe it was Newell saying something about how he would have won this game if he would have just played whomever at quarterback. It's true. When you win by 40 points and your quarterback doesn't score 40 points, he would have won. So yes, His 28 points from Joseph Randall was useful, and then the whole Brandon Coleman or Leonard Hankerson, whoever he decided to play instead of Ruben Randall. Now, let me just be very clear about this, okay? I think I talked about this in the preview, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to retouch on it. Aaron did call me. I did say that I would help. I'm not against help. I'm not Kevin from the league, okay? I'm willing to help you idiots with your choices. I'm willing to help you people if you make a bad mistake. Or if you can't get internet service, all you can do is call me and just be like, oh my gosh, I need to make this. I'm willing to do it. If I'm unavailable, leave me the voicemail. That's the lesson learned. If you want something done, call me, leave a voicemail. I'll get it done for you. Even if it's stealing players from Ricky's team. Totally willing. I'll do it. I can log in, have my little league manager powers, and do whatever I want. All right? So just let me know. Anyway, back to this game. So, Greg Olsen showing up for real. Look at that. Greg Olsen. My goodness. It's his entire team at this point because Eddie Lacy, Alfred Morris, ugh. Looks like he may have to play Matt Jones, but then look at that Matt Jones. Not great. We kind of had this whole set it and forget it thing going here. Just like Rumpelbill's legacy and career, it's not there anymore. Where'd it go? Eli Manning? Yeah, sure. But Eddie Lacy, nothing. Alfred Morris, ugh. Leonard Hankerson, well, that's not really one of your set and forget guys. But Antonio Brown, oh, that's brutal for you, man. Antonio Brown. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. With friggin' Big Ben out for a couple weeks, he probably loses 4 to 5 points a game. It's too bad. I'm sad about it. I'm sad that Antonio Brown is losing all that value. Patriots D, yada yada yada. What else we got to talk about here on this game? Oh, let's go over to Dwayne's team. So Dwayne, look, all right, we've been talking about this all day. I'm gonna bring it up again. My point was this: that I made a great choice in playing Tyrod Taylor and the Eagles. It got me the win. Look at my team. It got me I won by less than 2 points. I got the win. You saying that you playing James Jones over Brandon Cooks or whatever defense, you won by 40. You were going to win this game regardless because what's his name was scoring half of the points that Aaron has. And then you have 8 other players to compensate for the rest of it. So yeah, Joseph Randall, great, obviously. But he could have been at 10 points and you'd have won the game. James Cook could have been at 10 points and you would have won the game if they were both at 10 points. All I'm saying is that, yes, your team is going to be heavily reliant. Even your next highest score was heavily reliant on Aaron Rodgers. My point is this. Once Aaron Rodgers is out of this league, you're going to be terrible at fantasy football. You have to learn. You have to figure out. You have to decide. There's things that go on besides the Packers. Look at me, for example. I'm a big Cowboys fan. I had Romo. I had Dez. Both are out. I'm still 2-1. I'm still surviving. I'm going to make the playoffs. And when I got Dez back, I'm going to roll over all y'all. So suck it. All right, let's see. Anything else to talk about? No, I think that's about it. Let's see. Let's do this, though, shall we? Oh, just for fun. So, for those of you just listening, you might want to go to your screens now because I'm going to look this up. So, Pizza Hut Commissioner of the Week. All right. So I actually was talking to some one guy in particular who's really trying to get Pizza Hut of the Week, and he does some legit stuff. So I'm actually very impressed that I was chosen. So thank you again. Jeffrey, I'm going to look at you. Thank you. I'm super appreciative. I hope you enjoy your $30 worth of pizza. Tim, you'll be getting yours. I know it's going to take a little while to get it, but we're going to have a party here when that happens. But here's what I think is awesome. Check out this ring. This is the ring if I happen to get drawn out of that last drawing for the Ultimate Commissioner of the Year. It's friggin' fantastic. Pizza Hut ESPN team up to offer $10,000 ruby and diamond encrusted ring from Jostens. Look at that. Look at that thing. We got that's not going to be last name. It's going to say Pookie. Obviously, it's going to say Pookie. Commissioner of the Year. Pizza Hut logo. But then I love this. Rubies are the pepperonis. Oh, friggin' fantastic. Friggin' fantastic. And then, of course, as I showed you before, but I'll show you again. Boom. There I am. Rose Bowl League. I wish I would have put the Rose Bowl League instead of just Rose Bowl League, but you know what? It is what it is. So I was talking to, I want to say his name is Kevin. I'd have to go back and look. Anyway, I was talking to this guy, Kevin, and he super wants to be, and he does some really good production quality on the videos. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get some input from him. But what's going to be really cool is hopefully that I'm going to be in a league with the rest of the guys that win this Commissioner of the Week, or these gals, and having a 16-person league next year that's sponsored by Pizza Hut for our Vegas draft. Going to try and get him in the Villa. That's on to you, Malco. Villa for next year. Anyway, lots of fun. 2-1 for some of us. Yeah, let's look at the standings while we're there. Yeah, you know what? This has gone on too long. I'll worry about it later. Don't worry about it. Okay. Obviously, I need to do a little bit better job of like collecting my thoughts before this. I am going to look and see if that was our highest scoring week, though, because it was really crazy. How many people scored over 100? All of us, right? Except for 3. Let's go to the scoreboard. 2, maybe? Who didn't score 100 points? 3. So Malco nearly got to 100, Aaron 92, and Casey even at 90. Not a single person under 90 points. Only 3 under 100. That's nuts. Lots of crazy stuff there. Anyway, thank you, gentlemen. Enjoy your morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're choosing to listen to this, and I will try and get my preview out before Thursday's game. So, peace.